Hi folks, and welcome back to Mountain Glen Farm. It is Thanksgiving 2021. Just moved the girls here. Hey girly. Hey girly. Nice looking little heifer. Oh, they found the alfalfa. I hope you guys can see that. So this stand here, through here is a mixture of 8-way. Back there is actually straight, I'm not gonna say straight, it's alfalfa and orchard grass. So it's a lot of alfalfa, and today I wanted to share with you how we do our grazing of alfalfa this time of year. And as you can see, the girls are super excited about it. They know where the good stuff is at. And one thing that we want to accomplish with our alfalfa is to keep it persistent in our stands as long as possible. This field here is about 25 acres, and it used to be an old crop field. And so when we acquired the farm 5 years ago, we decided to plant it in this 8-way pasture mix. The bottom land there is about 7 acres of alfalfa orchard grass. And so I'm pretty happy with the results so far. I'll kind of show you what our alfalfa is looking like this time of year. But a few things that we do is we do not graze these stands 8 to 6 weeks before our first frost date. So here in Virginia, it's about October 15th, and we kind of backtrack that so that we don't graze it 6 to 8 weeks before that date. And what that does is, obviously this time of year, a lot of plants, including alfalfa, are still growing in the fall time, but are really focusing a lot of their energy into their roots. So they're going to put a lot of energy into their root stores so that they can overwinter and have some energy come springtime to start growing again. And so if you graze it during that time too close to your first hard freeze, you're essentially setting the plant back a little bit. Sometimes they might not have enough root store to get through the winter, so that the plant will die, or they might be a little bit slow and sluggish come springtime. So either way, that's not good. Even though you might say, oh, I can get one more grazing out of that or one more harvest out of that, it's not going to do you any good come spring. And so that's one thing we try to focus on. So then when do you graze this? Here you can kind of see that this plant is it's been hit by the frost and the freeze. It is wilted, as you can see, and it's getting to this point where it's starting to, the leaves are starting to dry out and start to fall off. So really, if we were on top of it, we probably would have grazed it maybe a week ago, but that's okay. We're getting to it when we get to it. But essentially, we're looking for this plant to have gone through its wilt, so it's wilted. Most of the alfalfa out here is wilted this time of year, so that means that it's essentially done growing. It's done doing what it's going to do for the year. It's going dormant, and now is a good time that we can go through and graze this and get some of the nutrients and nutritional quality for our heifer group here that just finished weaning a great calf crop, and so they're looking at putting some condition on this winter, so this is going to be perfect for them. And essentially we can go through here and graze it. Now, that being said, you do want to make sure that you don't graze it too close to the first freeze date. If you do it 3 to 5 days after the first hard freeze meaning 30 to 25 degrees, 4 to 5 hours long. If you do that too soon after the first time it's been frosted or frozen, you can still have bloat. And if you wait after that time frame to graze, then the chances of bloat goes down dramatically. So it's been probably about 2 or 3 weeks now since our first freeze that we had, so we're probably pretty good with that. Also, there's a lot of other things out here, lots of orchard grass, there's lots of clover left. Well, eat too much clover too, they can still bloat. But there's enough diversity out here that I'm not worried about that. And I didn't put them on here with an empty stomach. They had a little bit of alfalfa in the paddock before, so that they're kind of getting used to it. And so it's not dewy, everything's looking good, and so I'm not worried about the bloat this time of year, and I know that the plant has gone dormant, and so I'm not worried about injuring that plant too much so that it won't come back next spring. So anyways, that's what we've been doing the last 5 years with our alfalfa. It's been working. I'm pretty happy with it, actually. I think The percentage in the stand has stayed pretty high from when we first planted it, and it's persisting really, really well. So I hope you guys have a beautiful Thanksgiving and happy grazing until next time.